Hi, welcome to my channel. As you can see from the title, it says I quit. I quit my job. Well, I would say I quit my career to focus on my mental health and to live the life that I feel like I deserve to live. So let me tell you a little bit story, background. So this is going to be a chat and sip. Kudos, and this is me. Congratulations to myself for actually taking a chance on me to live the life that I want. Drink up. So let's start with the fact that I worked at three commercial gyms. Worked at some of the busiest gyms and the smallest gyms. So I'm going to start with the first one I worked at. I worked at this small chain. I don't think it's that small, but anyway, that's neither here or there. I worked at the first gym that I worked at. It was basically a lot of teenagers there and not too many adults. And adults that did came in. It was a low membership fee. So I call it the starter gym where people start at. So it wasn't, we didn't have too many clients for training sessions, but I had the best manager in the world. He rocked, he kicked ass. If I could work for him all over again, I would, but he's not in the industry anymore. I did get paid my worth there, but it just wasn't enough clientele to sustain and to pay my bills. So I ended up at my second commercial gym. That gym, worst experience ever in the world. It changed my viewpoint of how I felt about working with the public and just working working with management in general. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to forget anything. So the first thing is that when I got hired, they did not pay me what they said they were going to pay me. That's a super red flag. So with my experience, I was supposed to came in making a certain percentage. So we get paid by percentage depending on your experience. So if you don't have any, you start at like 35%, and if you have good experience, you start at 45. I was supposed to came in at 45, so it was already a red flag that I was arguing about money from day one. And if you come in and argue about money from day one, it's nothing but downhill from there. So that's the red flag. Second red flag is that they did not treat their clients or their trainers very well. It was sell, 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 sales all the time. Not saying I'm opposed to sales, but I'm not the AMS way salesperson when I'm a personal trainer. We have a whole sales department for that, and that's gonna be a no. So then third, we got the dissertations every morning at 7 o'clock. Nobody wants to wake up and see that at 7 o'clock in the morning. Nobody. We don't just get that at 7 o'clock. We got that like throughout the day. Nobody wants to be micromanaged. We're trainers. You hired us. Obviously, you hired us because our experience and you trust us. So there's no need to watch over us, tell us how to deal with our day every day. So everybody was a freaking number. It's sales, 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 sales. So I had a bunch of clients that were younger, who were like 18 to 24. So to me, they're like kids who could really afford my rate. My rate was $66 to $77 an hour, but they weren't selling me at that rate. Another flag. They were selling me at $48 to $53 an hour. Didn't know that at first because they don't tell you that. So that was another flag. So I fought for like 4 months to get the pay that I rightfully deserve. And then they held that over my head. Oh, we gave you this 45%. We expect you to do this. Every meeting that I had, because we have meetings every month, I was told that. No, it's like, who wants to be told, well, I did this for you, so you gotta do this. It's like if my clients who are kids don't have money, I'm not gonna force that on them because I don't look at people like they're numbers. That's what corporate does. They look at traders like a number. They look at clientele like they're a number, and then they work very, very well for me. So on top of that, of course, I argue with them every day. So you know what happened when you argue with people every day? You get on a list, which means they stop giving me clients. So if they stop giving you clients, how do you make money? You don't make money. So I end up being miserable every day because it was like, this is not paying my bills. A, I'm not going to pay my worth. B, I don't even have any client. I'm not really having any clientele coming in. So how do I pay my bills? And then last was the straw that broke the camel back was I had a talk with my manager, and he basically told me that I was a little bit too nice to my clients and that was leaving money on the table. Before he got finished with our meeting, I stood up, shook his head, and said, "Here's my 2 week notice." I don't treat people like they're numbers because I don't want to be treated that way. So I ended up quitting. I didn't even have 2 weeks. I pretty much finished up in a week. So I was saying that I was never ever going to work for a corporate gym again. And then I ended up working at another corporate gym because it kind of was my dream gym to work at. I got hired. False pretenses, I got hired on there. Best gym I ever worked at, get paid the most money. But here's the downside. They don't have any clients. So if you don't have any clients, you don't make any money. I mean, my rate there was $108. But it's a gym. Maybe the gym location I was at was older, so those people did not come for strength training, and that's my specialty is strength training, bodybuilding, and weight loss. So the gym that I was at, it's a elderly, older clientele that came for functional movement, yoga, and Pilates. That's not my lane. So if they came for that, that means I don't make any money. So one day I was sitting and I'm like, should I quit? Because I was only there 15 minutes. I'm like, should I quit? And that's how I knew that it wasn't the right gym for me. Personal training is rewarding and it's great, but it's so many negatives. If your clients don't come, you don't get paid. If you are not getting sold your worth, you're undersold, and that's not enough money that's sustainable for you to live off of. You want more for your clients than they want for themselves. That's really annoying, especially when you know you're a good trainer. I call, text my clients every day to make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And after they hit, they lose a little weight, people think they know what they're doing, but at this point, even though they never had a trainer before, so they haven't trained for a couple of months, they're like, I can do this on my own. You cannot do this on your own. Most people, before my client decides that he or she says that they can do this on their own, I tell them to run me through a workout. Most people don't even know their quads from their hamstrings. Keep in mind, if you're training people, that was actually like an insult towards me, to be honest, and that's not an ego thing. If you've been training me for 6 months, you should be able to put me through a leg workout. You should know your hamstrings, your quads, your glutes. You should know your shoulders, the back. Your back has heavy muscles in the back, your muscles in the shoulders, and all this, and what you try to hit. I hate when people say, I'm training back. What part of your back are you hitting? As I digress. But being a trainer is rewarding in his own way, but at the same time, it's draining. It was draining my mental health. So I just quit. So I decided that I'm going to do what I want to do. So I decided to quit with no backup plan. So that's a part two to this story. But I'm just going to let my trainers know, aspiring trainers, if there's something you have the heart for, good, go out and do this. Go do it. But I'm going to be realistic with you. It's not what you think that it is. And even if you decide to stay, you do get burned out. And yes, some people will say, why don't you just make videos, sell program packages? But I'm a firm believer of trading in person. That would never, ever go away from me, because you can hire a trainer online and they can sell something to you and you still won't get any results. You know why? Because your form is crap. B, you're not going to push yourself hard enough. And you still ain't going to know what you're doing. So on that note, stay tuned for more videos from me so we can have a chip and chat. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like.